terrifying.
I don't understand overnight oats, but it might be because I am not truly alive.
I don't really like oatmeal that much, so I've never tried it.
I think oatmeal, like, to me, oatmeal is fine for a thing that I don't have to do any work for. And so to me, overnight oats is like,
is that more work? Don't you just let it sit?
Yeah.
Well, but I have to, I'm not going to prep something over, I want now oats.
You put oats. You put like milk or water, and then you put it in the fridge. And
overnight oats is when you're hungry overnight.
Okay,
and you just
maybe it was one of my roommates had steel cut oats, and he was like, "These have to soak on the counter overnight, and that's why they're on the counter in a shared kitchen space." And it was like, "Oh my god, why are you doing this?" Okay. And I was just like, the whole point of oatmeal is that...
Hold on. Okay, so Tony's the one that's like, you left something on the counter. This is for both of us.
If you can't tell that I was the fastest roommate, you don't know. The trains ran on time!
But to be fair, the rest of your roommates were all the hippie roommates, so that was an issue.
I mean, we have the full range from hippie to deadbeat. I mean, So.
I feel like Steven's the strict one. I have like if I set a glass down and I don't wash it right away, like it just ceases to exist, and then I don't know that it's there anymore until a week later. And he's like, "Are you ever gonna wash that glass?"
Same.
Oh my god, I forgot it was there.
Same. That's me.
Wait, I'm the washer then.
Wait, that means my partner is the fascist.
You don't have to be
an exciting new board game.
He's not upstairs right now.
I'm rejecting the notion that in any group there must be one fascist.
Are we playing Secret
political models aside, that is not how you have to live your life. Not every household must have a fascist.
That's why I said strict and not fascist.
Yes. I did have a variety of friends who lived in communes, and from hearing about it, it was mind-boggling to me how strict the commune life was. One of them lived in
There was at least one communist in that group.
Not more than that. Like every chore has a point value, and you have to accrue a certain number of points. Everything, and it is not just hippies hanging out, enjoying plant life and having a good time. It's like, no, they've invented a new capitalism inside their escape from capitalism, which kind of then makes it just like, I'm not sure what the point is.
Is the audio fixed, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's been fixed for a while.
What? This is going, damn! No. Oh,
we should get rolling soon.
Let's do this.
Thanks, Micah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 18 people are watching. Is that true? Often here. Let's go often here, please. People have tweeted if they want to tweet the thing. We should do the thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We have not played Dock and Pony in over a month. Let's see if we still remember how to do it. Welcome back to the Dock and Pony Show here on Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, he, him, Dungeon Master, leading our adventurers through the Curse of Strahd. That is right, we are in Barovia, specifically one Castle Ravenloft, a place full of things that are spooky and spooktacular, a place where every turn is filled with secret passageways and annoying pranks from a vampire lord and ghosts and monsters. And I mean, I guess they haven't seen a werewolf in a while, but there was at least one werewolf. No Frankensteins, but you basically brought your own proxy Frankenstein to the party, which was, considerate of you. I'm rambling too much. Let's meet our players. They will remind you who their characters are, and maybe Erica Ensign will recap what happened last time. First up, it's Jane Verrett. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Tony, and everyone. I play Lena Dulina, the human rogue. We both use she, her pronouns.
Next
you
up.
are suddenly very quiet.
Yes,
you are suddenly very quiet.
A normal volume before, but now you're very quiet.
Is this better?
Yes.
No.
Background noise.
I'm sorry.
No?
I mean, you're louder, but there's a lot more background noise.
Oh, maybe the
That's why
microphone switched.
Check your microphone.
Okay.
Tap the front of the microphone. Let's make sure it's the right one.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
the right one.
That sounds
Should I
right.
move it closer?
When in doubt, yes.
Okay. How about this?
I think your particular microphone is one that does benefit by being fairly close.
Okay.
Unless you've changed microphones.
I have not. How does it sound now? It's
Is
like
it
right up
sitting-
my nose.
Is it sitting on the laptop because there's something vibrating?
It's
Okay.
not.
Oh, no, it stopped.
Okay.
The vibration stopped.
Okay, so it's just while you're adjusting it. Got it.
Say something.
Hello.
Okay, much better.
That is better.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, everyone.
That'll come out in the wash.
Okay, let me do that one to the
easy.
top, from the top. Oof. Hi, Tony and everyone. I'm.
Who
One more time. We got it.
Time. I got this one in me. Oof. Hello. I play Lena Dulina, the human rogue. We both use she, her pronouns.
I think you still haven't said your name. Oh, wait, I said your name.
You said it.
Yeah, Tony.
Oh, that was fine. It was fine, and then Tony ruined it.
That's all right.
I'm
this
bad.
is coming out too.
Hi, everyone. I play Lena Dulina, the human rogue. We both use she, her pronouns.
Next up, a professional in introducing himself. He surely will do nothing wrong. It's Dan Morin.
Hello, Tony Sindelar. I play Castellan's Crucible, an Warforged cleric of the god Onatar.
Tony, can we flip each other off on this video?
I want it noted for the record, I was doing fine.
You did great.
Yeah.
Should I go and do that again?
No.
Your track is clean.
Tony's got some weird energy tonight.
My pronouns are he, him, but Crucible uses the pronouns they, them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Also joining us, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hi, I play Emerald Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, who is accompanied by the trusty Mastiff, Androdite. We all use she, her pronouns, and I'm really excited because I'm gazing. People who don't watch the video feed don't know, but I knit the entire time that we play, and I have Barovia themed yarn in front of me. I've got gray and like this purpley red yarn, and I don't know what I'm going to make out of it, but I had to buy it because it was
I covet
Barovia yarn.
I want dice. Just that the yarn could be maybe a little more red. Yeah.
Or a unicorn carpet.
Or a diced pouch made of yarn.
Aline, no bags, Dan. No bags.
Yeah, no.
It's not made of flesh.
Aline, just checking. Do you knit a lot of rugs? As per Micah's request.
I mean, it could be
it's the first time for everything.
Maybe a little one.
Like a little scale model diorama.
Yeah.
Next up, it's Erica Ensign. Hi, Erica.
Hello. I play Brildish, the Dwarven Paladin. Her pronouns and mine are she, her. Brildish also has a celestial pony named Pony Cindelarent, and Pony's pronouns are he, him.
And last, certainly not least, it's Micah Sargent.
Oh, hey! I'm so excited. First of all, I play Elevor Landman, the half-elf druid. He and I use he, him pronouns. Elevor has two trusty friends, Samus, the saber-toothed tiger, and Danu, you can choose how to pronounce it because she's okay with it, the Fey mimic octopus. They both use she, her pronouns. And I'm very excited to show you something here for the first time, debuting on TPK, Dog and Pony Show, Dungeons and Dragons Actual Play Podcast. First, and I'm going to send these to you at the same time, Dan, in case you want to pull them up. So first is Elevor with Danu in his backpack.
Nice.
And Samus, the saber-toothed tiger, in front. Aww. I will show you the individuals. Here is Danu, the Fey mimic octopus. She is incredible. She's purple, and she looks just like a mimic octopus does, which is a very small type of octopus that has these stripes. And oh my goodness, our artist just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And then here is Samus, the saber-toothed tiger. She has these beautiful green eyes, and her tusks are well on display with this really nice textured pattern for her stripes. And then I love this one. This is Elevor with Danu in his backpack. And look, Danu has a little plant to match his dad.
Oh my God, that's so cute. You send those to me. I will make sure that I put them front and center in the video when it goes.
Perfect. I will absolutely do that. So yes, thank you. And remind me of our artist's name, Tony.
We have commissioned at this point several pieces of art from Elizabeth Fiegel Fijalkowski, who is Lizzie Feege, I believe, on Twitter. And her work is like super amazing.
Can we put her on retainer or something? I feel like I'd like to hire her if we can.
Mm-hmm.
I think her teeth look great.
Oh, I get it.
That was a me joke, Jane.
I was really struggling there. Like, what? Sonis's teeth do look great.
So yes, we have commissioned yet more art in because we have all of you as your characters. We have some pets. Now we have more pets, and of course, Hot Strahd.
I mean, technically, there's also a little baby smoke dragon. We don't even know what pronouns the dragon uses.
The dragon doesn't have a lot of dialogue, so
the dragon
doesn't speak.
The dragon doesn't speak. The dragon
has not crossed the threshold yet for art commissions.
Yeah. So. No. However, I will point out,
like if the dragon has pronouns, the dragon probably has hit points, and we don't want.
That's
true. Don't want
it's that. Sort of That's how
I believe I do have a stat block for the dragon, and it's a pretty low level.
You dare?
It's a method. I just edited this episode, and I can tell you that the baby dragon is also supposed to lead us to the skull of Argynvost, the dragon. So if we get anywhere near there, I would just like to remind you, Tony, as the dungeon master, that little baby smoke dragon is going to start going or whatever.
I would never forget that, but thank you.
They have really been holding out on us.
Yeah, well, maybe you're nowhere near. Remember that time when you guys went up 4 stories in a tower to try and get to the basement?
Nope. Not until today.
Speaking of, we should talk about what we're doing today. But let's start by where we are coming from. Erica, do you want to remind us what happened on the last session of Total Party Kill?
I would love to, because I went through the work of taking notes, and it's very exciting to me to have it go to be some use. Last time we quickly dispatched 2 zombies. Then we investigated the chapel. A dead spooky goth dude had spontaneously combusted when he touched a statuette on the altar. Crucible did not, but they also couldn't use this wondrous item because they are not good. Imra, however, is. Right. Crucible did take the super spooky Mace of Terror and the dude's amazing black fur-lined cloak with gold trim. We did a group dramatic reading from the partially ruined Book of Strahd. Then we found the blocked-off spiral staircase that Strahd mentioned in the book. It appeared to be set up for bat egress and not much else, so we decided to go up to try to get down. Up ended up being about 360 feet up with no exit from the stairs, so we made it to the very top of the tallest tower to discover a tiny, spindly man with his face painted like a jack-o'-lantern.
That's right. You have climbed the tallest spire in the tallest structure in all of Barovia. You look out across the valleys and the rest of Castle Ravenloft below you when there was a flash of lightning, and you realize you are not alone at the top of this tiny tower peak, for there is a strange little man perched in the rafters of the tower, looking down at you with kind of a horrid little jack-o'-lantern face.
You never want there to be a strange little man perched in the rafters of a tower.
Nope, you do not. You should get. If any of you are thinking about buying a tower, check. You don't want a surprise little man in this.
That's why you have the inspection. You have somebody come in and check and make sure that there's good foundations. There's no mold.
A lot of people in this market are waiving the inspection, and they are getting towers that are just loaded with tiny little men.
6, 7 tiny little men. It's a real menace.
Yep.
That is my least favorite 12 Angry Men remake.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna poke Elivor and just be like, talk to him. Talk to him, Elivor.
Elivor immediately turns to Lena and says, please. And he just has this look on his eyes like, can we please be cool for just a moment?
And Lena's hand was on her glowing sword, and she resheaths it.
Hello, friend.
The tiny little man hops down from the rafters. He kind of does like a tuck and roll somersault and lands on his feet with his arms outstretched, and then does like a ceremoniously little bow. He is dressed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He is dressed kind of like a court jester, but this is a strange looking person. Give me a quick perception check, people who are in this.
How do I do that again?
Har. Ooh.
I do need to get back to my sheet.
Look at me rolling well. I got a 17. I was pretty excited about that for a second there.
Yeah, come on. I got an 18, but it's not 24.
Crucible, I would tell you, and I probably would have even given Crucible advantage on this roll. Crucible, you notice it may be not perceptible to people who rolled less than 20. You notice the telltale familiar sound of little gears clicking.
Oh my God.
This creature moves about kind of strutting and posing, and you know that this is some kind of little clockwork construct.
Kill it with fire.
I believe it is a form of automaton, perhaps mechanical in nature.
Sorry, that was me, not Broadlish.
Okay, good.
Clockwork stuff freaks me out, man.
Elevor. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, he's dressed as a jester. He's got the hat with the little bells. He's got sleeves with stripes on them. He's got little boots that totally curl up at the toe curl, elf style. But his face is just this kind of gruesome, painted on a piece of wood kind of face. And the eyes look extremely dead inside. Not like you, Chris.
Elevor immediately turns to Crucible and is like, I think you have to make it better.
Somebody fix its face.
And what? Oh dear.
Oh, okay.
dear.
There's a picture.
I am showing in the characters an image of what the thing does. As often when I show people an image in Roll20, it comes with a name that you do not yet know, and as courteous players, you'll be courteous about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Don't know the name.
Amidst visibly recoiling from the sight of the image, yes.
Hello.
Yeah, we can absolutely make their face look a little bit nicer if they turn out to be nice.
Can you, Tony, how tall is this creature?
Very short. I'm going to say 4 feet tall.
Okay, Crucible will kneel down.
That short. I mean, the Broldish isn't that much tall.
Broldish is
I mean, short by evil doll standards? No. Short by human man standards? Yes.
So has the creature said anything yet?
No, it said nothing.
Kneel down to be at eye level with the creature. And say, what have we here, and who might you be?
The little man kind of takes off his little jester hat, kind of jingles as he does, and bows in front of you.
Nice to meet you, says Broldish.
The pleasure is, of course, all ours. Are you a denizen of this castle?
The creature holds up one hand and opens it, and you see the word "yes" written on his right hand.
Oh,
I like that.
Lena gestures, asking Vasilica if perhaps we might be able to use Vasilica's cards for this purpose, since Vasilica at this point has a vocabulary of cards written down.
That's a good point.
Words and concepts.
Let's hope they can read.
Yeah.
So Elevor would be standing by Crucible and will lean down and say, I guess does Crucible make clear that the construct is clockwork, or does removing the hat kind of reveal that to more of us? Like, do I know now that this is a clockwork construct?
Crucible said an automaton that was mechanical in nature, but is unclear as to whether it, for what purposes you might consider it alive?
Does this unit have a soul?
Yes.
I mean, is it entirely clockwork, or is it partially?
I hate that.
I don't think we've established yet.
I just want to,
you have not gotten its full medical history yet.
That's actually where he was going with it.
Great. Now I need to create a medical history for every NPC.
Do you need any maintenance? How are you doing?
The strange little man holds up his left hand, opens it, and written on the palm, no.
All right. Excellent. It's good to hear.
In there, Tony.
I'm trying. Sorry. For the people on the video, I held up a post-it note.
Something for the viewers. We appreciate our viewers.
A little something extra.
I apologize. I apologize that this adventure has 2 mute characters in it. Also,
looks
several animals that are also mute.
to Crucible and says, I acknowledge that I'm not the best person for asking questions that will actually advance our quest. Perhaps you should take it from here.
Well, perhaps if we can consider what questions or information we wish to obtain from this particular creature, that may be.
Does it seem to, like, if we hand the cards, Basilica's cards, do they seem to mean anything to him?
You want to hand the creature a bunch of cards?
Mm-hmm.
That have like words on them. Cards, but yeah.
All right.
And Lena like opens one hand with the card that says no and one with the card that says yes, and then kind of goes through the other cards.
Mm-hmm. The little man takes a bunch of cards and he starts doing card tricks with them. He's shuffling them back and forth, and he sets up a little 3-card Monty going in front of you.
Broldish is absolutely playing.
Broldish.
Mm-hmm.
Roll perception.
16.
You find it. You follow it. He hands you a Strahd copper piece.
I smile as genuinely as possible and just sort of tuck it in my pocket. Mm-hmm. Can I go again?
Yeah.
That's only a 12.
You lose the same coin back to him.
I give it back and then I step away.
All right. What do we want to know?
So with the copper coin, is this your master? Do you serve them?
He holds up his right hand. Yes. He also nods his head enthusiastically.
Yeah. Is he your first master? Have you served anyone else before them?
He
That's
shakes
two
his
questions
head.
That would be answered with different answers.
Shakes his head no.
Which one? No, he's never served anybody before, or no, this is
probably the first one.
Does your master treat you well?
He holds up. No.
Oh no.
He looks kind of dejected at that.
Would you like a new master? Brildish blurts out.
Yes. The little man shakes his head enthusiastically and does like a little dance.
Tony unenthusiastic, but the creature very enthusiastic.
Yes, that's what we need while sneaking around a castle. A creature covered in bells.
But we could, leave him here and just say, we are going to go and
Crucible is serves the god Onatar. He can fashion a bell muffler for each bell. Yeah.
Yep, bespoke.
Do you know your way around this castle?
Exactly.
She blurts out.
Great question.
Yes. Signals the creature.
Elevor looks into to Broldish's eyes and is just like, Dragon Skull.
Can you help us get out of this tower without walking down the way we came? Is there
or falling? I don't want to fall.
Quickly.
Follow-up questions, people. Yes or no?
The jaunty little man does kind of like a cartwheel and points down the not bottomless but extremely deep pit running down the center of the tower.
Is free fall the only option to get down that pit?
I mean, the little man kind of scratches his head and then gestures at the stairs.
Okay.
As if to say, you're at the top of a tower, mate. What do you want?
Bungee cords?
What
really
is that thing?
Expressive.
He points at a hole in the rafters.
Did you come up here of your own volition?
Yes.
Was it to escape your master?
He kind of shrugs.
Was
it like a sheepish shrug?
I have a question about the picture. Is this what he's like? Is he holding whatever that thing is?
Yeah, it's kind of like. Yeah, I think it might be a club. It's a club.
I want to ask. Like, what is that little spirally painted rod you're holding? Is that a weapon?
He kind of taps it in his hand menacingly, like a billy club.
Okay. Is it magic?
No.
Okay. Good. Broldish is not the only one with a non-magical weapon.
We would like. Oh, go ahead. No,
I was good. I think we suspect that we were
probably going to say
around the same lines, which is, do you know the location of a dragon skull within the castle? Have you seen such a thing?
He points down.
So it's
Would you like to accompany?
Downstairs.
It's down from the highest point in the castle. Check.
Kind of shrugs it first and then holds up a hesitant yes on his hand to, would you like to accompany him? Or would you like him to accompany you?
Could we make your bells a little quieter?
He looks a little dejected at that.
Well, how sneaky have we really been?
How sneaky are we anyway?
You did.
I was going to say.
You did. You did
scoffs loudly.
Did you march a pony, a dog, and a saber-toothed tiger up the 40 stairs of?
Is this the beginning of a joke?
And a clanky dwarf.
We wouldn't do that. We did.
No, I think the pony is. Isn't Pony parked outside as a guard?
Oh no, Pony is with us.
Oh, you're right. You rode Pony all the way up.
I am riding Pony.
All right. Yep. And Argal has been complaining the whole time. Are we there
yet? He wants to read his book.
Yeah.
He's reading that thing every chance he gets.
I think that we are not gaining any further information by being up here. I think we should at the very least start working our way down.
Is there anything important up here besides you? Brildish says.
Nice, Brildish. Little high five from Elvor.
No.
Negatory.
Do you know Strahd's password?
He kind of puts his little palms together and then says, no.
Do you know where we could find it?
Or who knows it?
Yeah. Two separate questions. First no, and then
shakes his head no twice.
Okay.
But you can lead us to the Dragon Skull.
Yeah. So let's go to the Dragon Skull.
Again.
Yeah. Well, at least start working our way down.
Insight.
Oh no! What if he's evil?
I got an 18. How you doing, Lena?
29.
All right.
Tell me his secrets.
Do you get anything special for being spooky, Lena, or just?
Technically, I would have gotten advantage, but I mean, I'll roll it just to see if I crit.
The mannerisms of this little creature. I mean, he seems friendly, but he is he is a strange little robotic man who claims to serve Strahd. So I think
reluctantly.
I think you get a lot of bad vibes off of him, Lena.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check
to
see if I can figure out anything that this is. Oh, that's a 3. Yes, I have a -1. So
you're not even
magic.
You're maybe? What is magic? What is science? What is anything?
If it seems like it's gonna do us wrong, I'll just decapitate it with my laser sword.
Fair.
Have you ever thought about having a different pattern on your face? I did. I pointed my scars.
No.
So you like the layout you got going on there?
Kind of looks from side to side. Yes.
Okay. I mean, Brildish is not one to talk.
We're face positive here. So. Okay. Please, strange creature, take us to the Dragon Skull.
Do you? Is there a way you could convey to us your name?
The creature kind of pokes around, sees a kind of a pile of dust and dirt over in the corner, and takes a little stick and writes a name: PIDLWICK, and then the Roman numeral 2.
Piddlewick 2.
Does that mean there was a Piddlewick before you?
Piddlewick 1?
Wasn't Piddlewick who was a ghost that talked to me?
Yes, it was. And he's
the
one that you played the instrument.
Crucible, when you ask what happened to Piddlewick, he kind of shrugs innocently.
Oh my god. Oh.
Did you hurt Piddlewick 1?
Who, me? He holds up his hand and says no.
Did Strahd hurt Piddlewick 1?
Yes. That seems like a great idea.
As if we needed another reason to take him down.
I'm rolling insight.
Same.
We
that
do need him to take us to the skull,
18 plus 2 is 20.
I got a 9.
This strange little clockwork man may be telling you what he thinks you want to hear, Imra.
Yeah.
Earl just buys it, hook, line, and sinker.
Mm-hmm. I'm just, I would not buy a car from this guy.
Perhaps we would be wise to not all turn our backs on him at the same time.
All right.
Lead the way,
never
Piddlewick.
turn my back on him.
Lena somehow does not ever turn her back on anybody.
No,
it's
she is
unclear how that
always
works.
facing you. Yeah. Which is a shame because it looks like her big red cloak would look pretty cool from the back, but you've never seen
the back of it. No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And okay, so are we gonna head down now?
I think that's the right answer.
Okay, so I want to pull Aragol to the side and be like, dude, I know you're upset. We walked up a lot of stairs.
My calves are burning.
I know, and you haven't been able to read your book. Like, I get it. I understand.
I have been out of Gorp for days. I don't know what Aragol sounds like, but it's this now.
But
I love it. I'm into it.
But this little creature, Piddlewick 2, is
Imra, I would not lie to you. He is spooky.
Yes, very spooky. Just help us keep an eye on him. Just be extra careful around him.
Yes.
You got it.
Yes, please, one Tony controlled NPC. Make sure to keep an eye on the other Tony controlled.
Checks and balances.
Yep. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
I have some concerns.
Way to delegate.
Who watches the watchers?
We want to find a dragon skull. You gotta go where the quest takes you.
Yeah, follow the strange little man.
You keep an eye on the baby smoke dragon.
Yeah, you've basically broken Lena to the point where it's like, I guess we're following this creepy automaton now.
At last.
Really, what other choice did you have?
We came all the way up here. We are going to get something.
Yeah, we can get something out of it. Mm-hmm.
Are you? Piddlewick goes to the top of the stairs and gestures as if to say, "After you."
No.
No.
We all gesture to say, as if to say, after you. All of us at the same time. It's like a chorus line.
He does like a backflip and gestures more dramatically.
And it's just like a gest. Actually, can we roll performance to try and out-gesture the jester?
Please do.
All right.
Just going to check Piddlewick the second's performance.
21.
That's a crit.
I rolled a 19, so
all right.
21.
Piddlewick slumps his little shoulders and dejectedly starts marching down the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to point out that Pony even got 13, which is not bad for Pony. So he even did with the paw for
really, Piddlewick, it's all about you. You have the shortest legs. We just want to make sure that we have a pace that is comfortable for you. Yep.
Now, I will point out this tower basically you got into this mess because there was literally nowhere that it stopped before.
Yep. So
I have to flip through.
Back down.
There was wasn't there one set of doors and we were like, no, we'll get off at the next stop, and then there wasn't another
I'm trying to remember if there was a set of doors.
I don't think there was. We were thinking about using the spell to create a door.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering. Yeah.
I think we knew it was on the same level as someplace
yes.
we've been.
There's not like a handy, sled or something like that we could all just climb on and just slide down and down and down.
We would reach
down
terminal velocity.
I'll point out
we could, reach out our weapons to along the walls. I would do that with a magic axe.
I love new Chaos Broldish. This is going to add a lot to the adventure. I am flipping between maps in Roll20 like I know what I'm doing.
We head down the stairs.
No, yeah, we'll just, clop, clop.
For the foreseeable
I am
future.
now looking at the correct map, and now you will be too.
Back to the chapel.
Back to life.
So I believe in your investigations that this stairway heads down a little bit and then truncates at a bricked up wall. So you can't head down from here in the current configuration of it.
And also, we're not going to let Piddlewick go through the main hallway. We're going to go back to those stairs and up a floor.
Yep.
I don't know
back
where
up to
you're
the balcony. Back up to the balcony.
Yeah.
And then from the balcony
so you're telling me I loaded the wrong map is what you're telling me.
No.
We had to come all the way to here in order to get...
You loaded the right map, but we're not going through the main door into the gargoyle room.
Oh, okay. You're avoiding the gargoyle path. That makes sense. All right. So you head up so you take, where are you trying to get to? And I will just say that you can get there via a convoluted path.
We're basically saying you can Piddlewick, please take us there. Do not take us there through the main entryway of the castle.
All right.
Not pass go. Do not collect 200.
So you kind of march Piddlewick over up to the balcony overlooking the chapel, and from here Piddlewick now has permission to lead, right?
Yes.
Okay. Piddlewick seems to be kind of scratching his little head a little bit, trying to figure out which way to go, as if he hasn't been this way in a little while. He strides purposefully down the hallway that was trapped with the cardboard version of Strahd that flew across the chamber at you.
That was not funny.
I didn't think it was funny.
Says Brildish.
Strahd did. This is now the part where, what does Tony remember about the twisting passageways of Ravenloft?
Possibly roughly as much as an automaton that's been in a 360-foot tower for a bunch of years.
1 second. Reading maps.
That's all of us in 2022.
Yeah. Whoa, did you just become computer, Tony?
Oh.
Turn left.
Stand by.
Cursor.
Okay. All right. I'm just flipping back and forth between your map and this map. Everything's great. Piddlewick is going to lead you down the hallway through the sets of double doors into Strahd's ancient dejected throne room. He strides purposely past the throne and goes up to the secret passage that you all know is in the wall there, and kind of hops up and activates it and looks really proud of himself as he shows you the dark,
claps,
dingy hallway beyond.
I want to stay on his good side for the moment.
Then leads your way. Dan, I'm sorry you have to do so much panning around on the call today. Off to the down the hallway to the east of the secret passageway, there is a spiral staircase that both goes up and down. I'll point out that I don't think you have fully explored all of the up or all of the down that secret passageway could do.
Not.
And Piddlewick points down.
Okay.
Gesture at him to lead the way.
Yeah. Lena just moved her token in front of him. No. All right.
I want to roll perception.
But she walked backwards.
Mm-hmm. You want to roll
moonwalking?
Moonwalking. Lena's the best.
The stairs seem similar to other stairs in Ravenloft in that they're dirty. This back passageway does not seem like it is a frequently pass through area. So it's filthy. It would be very difficult to pass without trace given the amount of cobwebs and thick layers of dust everywhere and things like that.
I'm just thinking if I were Piddlewick, I would probably try and get these nerds nailed by as many traps as possible. But that's just me.
That's just you.
Or he's gonna leave us and go tell Strahd.
Oh, he's not gonna leave us.
Yeah, I know.
So he brings you down a flight of stairs, and you are back on map 3, though on a part of map 3 that you have not seen before. Yeah. I'm just gonna scatter your tokens around here.
Scatter.
So you see where your tokens are on the map. There's a secret back passageway here, and he continues to lead you down to a map that you have not been to yet.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure I have it correct.
Piddlewick, our king.
Other secret maps we may not know yet.
And all right, so here's this map. We have not been to this map yet, so I have to make sure it works.
Tony, show us around this castle and also show us all the maps.
Yeah, do it, Tony. Come on.
Welcome to one of my favorite levels of Castle Ravenloft. They're known as the larders of ill omen.
Oh
no. Is the map loading for people?
Are we at the top or the bottom where the stairs are?
I put your tokens at the very top. The staircase is at the very bottom. You may want to decide how many of your tokens you deploy because it's crowded there. And let me continue to put Piddlewick, your little servant, in play here. So allow me to read from the Book of Curse of Strahd about the passageway ahead of you.
Should we anoint one another with blood before you read from the Book of Curse of Strahd?
No. I mean, that seems dangerous.
Okay.
So there's a 10-foot arch corridor here. It is cold and moist. You love to hear that. The cold seems to emanate from an open archway on the west wall along there. So you can see kind of, you're looking around a corner here.
Around the corner.
There's a tiny hallway, and then that both ends at a doorway to the north and then an open archway to the west.
I'm looking intently at Piddlewick too.
Piddlewick just points at the door at the north. And kind of
I do the after
salutes.
You gesture as at the same time as Pony does the after you gesture with his little feet.
Piddlewick
Lena holds up a hand and kind of sneaks up to try and get the lay of the land.
All right.
As soon as Lena starts sneaking, Broldish holds perfectly still.
Looking to the arched passageway to the west, Lena, this looks like there's this gross, sickly yellow lichen that covers the ceiling of this cold,
I am not
damp
liking it.
passageway. There are a bunch of little nooks off the north and south of this kind of chamber. And you can kind of see in these tiny little alcoves that there are disgusting, rotting cots with skeletal remains on each cot.
Are there doors? Like, does it look like it was a jail, or does it just look like it was barracks?
It looks more like barracks. There are not doors. Lena, give me a quick perception check.
Yeah, I was going to say. Only a 13.
You notice that the skeletons of the skeletal remains are wearing Castle Ravenloft livery.
Huh. So this
Piddlewick looks bored.
This is servants' quarters, maybe?
These look like uniform guards.
Gotcha.
They and you know there's probably a variety of ancient weaponry scattered around too. So we don't see any evident means of egress. So there's probably a secret door. There's a door to the north. Okay. Yeah,
that's where Piddlewick
pointed to it. The door to the north.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go listen at the door, I suppose.
Broldish is still holding perfectly still.
18.
It is quiet beyond.
All right, I'm gonna quietly open the door.
All
rogue
right.
style and
rogue style.
Yeah.
Yeah. The room beyond.
My name, room, Tony.
Is a rather impressive. It looks like it's some kind of hall ahead of you to the north, Lena. There are dark stains covering the floor of this area. Large oak tables, scarred and beaten, are kind of scattered about like toys or playthings. Their wood crushed and splintered because they have been replaced. In the center of this room is an immense table constructed of bone. Yeah. The walls and vaulted ceiling are covered in something sickly and yellow. And it seems like everything in here is basically adorned with bones and skulls arranged in a, even by Barovian standards, morbid fashion. It's almost like you're in a cathedral constructed of bone. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corners of this ossuary, which is a great D&D word. Garlands of skulls extend from those mounds to a chandelier of bones that hang from the ceiling. There's more bones in this description, just to warn you. Above a long table constructed of bones in the center of the room. 10 chairs made of bones and festooned with decorative skulls, different than bones, head bones, surround the table, resting atop which is an ornate bowl-shaped vessel made of yet more bones. The doors to the north and south are sheathed in bone, but normal kind of doors into the center are not. So there are several doors off of this thing. And perhaps most notably, Lena, above the set of doors to the east, the double doors across the chamber from you, is a rather impressive skull of a dragon mounted above the arch.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds super creepy and stuff, and I know it is because I have a friend who moved to Prague and did a bunch of church tours, and guess what? That's what they look like.
Yep. This is just normal Prague stuff, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Yes.
I saw something like this in Portugal too.
So Lena like quietly closes the door and is like, "Okay, so the skull is in there."
Piddlewick holds out his hand as if expecting payment.
I have so many Strahd coins. I would give him.
Sorry, I was the way everybody reacted to that. It was like several people going from their wall. Oh no, I had it a second ago. I had I was in one of these pockets.
Brildish is jingling because she picked up so much change, especially like in the basement where.
Do you want to give Piddlewick a handful of haunted money that you don't want?
Yes, that's exactly what Brildish is going to do. 5 Strahd coppers.
Piddlewick is juggling them and just, his face doesn't move and his eyes don't light up at all, but he looks delighted.
He got us where we needed to go.
Doing some coin tricks. He's trying to do some close-up magic with his little clockwork hands, and
Brildish is enthralled. You guys figured this out.
The skull is in there. It is a very ominous room, and there are a lot of bone piles.
What is a good amount of bone piles, Jane?
0.
I know that 4 is too many. The correct number, not sure about. Lena's Barovian, so
that's true.
Crucible, as an archaeologist and someone who has no bones, is not concerned at all, and is more than happy to venture inside.
Hey, you can go get some.
I hear they work well for the rest of you, so perhaps I should invest.
Yeah, so Lena
don't miss on this investment opportunity.
Get into the basement, literally in
ground floor. Yeah,
ground floor bones.
Wait, this is a larder, and there's a lot of bones. Ill omen.
Yeah,
this seems to be some kind of feasting hall that is
of ill omen.
Down the hall from the larder.
There's a lot of feasting halls in this castle.
Pretty much anything you add of ill omen to at the end doesn't sound great. Like, welcome to my vestibule of ill omen.
That's just TJ Maxx.
Yeah. Welcome to the
is wonderful. Yeah. And it has ill omen.
Welcome to the target of discontent.
Yes, my favorite was it Richard III. Now is our target of discontent.
Yes.
Lena's like, I'm pretty sure that some of them are gonna reanimate or do something. But we have a cleric and paladin here, so please.
Brildish holds up her axe triumphantly.
Yeah, Crucible's ready. Crucible's ready. He was born for this. They were born for this. Made.
Just to be clear,
Created.
I'm not going first.
Forged.
I'm not going first. I'm pretty sure that those piles are going to rise up. Right. But one
Crucible
of you, please.
is more than willing to venture forth into this room.
Piddlewick kind of takes a seat on the floor, just sitting there, kind of cross-legged.
Brildish is concerned that
he looks kind of like he might be trying to whistle, but nothing's happening.
All right, Brildish is I'm gonna station myself here. I'm a little concerned with the other skeletons that are over here, and I don't want them to sneak up on anybody from behind. So I'm on pony, so I'll put myself actually one more to the north, so that I can still see in to whatever Crucible's doing, and pony's got a speed of 40, so I can clop clop clop.
Yeah, I'll stand behind. And Samus will be right there. Actually,
so just Crucible's going.
I mean, I will go with. Like, Brildish will absolutely go with if you want.
No. It's fine.
All right, Crucible will step through the door and into the the room full of bones.
Oh, into the Hall of Bones.
Bones.
I mean, that's
bones,
a good name.
It's called a
honestly.
spine, Tony.
I wouldn't know.
Self-burn?
I don't know. I closed the page that had the Hall of Bones.
That's Tony's specialty, really, when you think about it.
Didn't think we were going in there, did you?
I don't know. So, Crucible, you're going in first. You've all placed your tokens all scatter across the map. Just looking up some stuff. No reason to get
informally. Crucible is holding out their holy symbol, which is well, not holding out, but like it's
Brildish is looking back at the barracks, looking for motion in the
good.
Pony is watching Crucible very closely. So if something happens to Crucible, Pony is basically readied to just like streak into the room. Brildish doesn't need to know anything about it. It's just going to happen.
Okay.
Good way to get whiplash.
All right. Crucible,
Pony
you
don't
head
care.
into the Hall of Bones. There is a pile of bones to your right that you're going to have to kind of squeeze past to get over to the eastern door.
I will make a perception check on those bones.
Yep.
That is a 12. Underwhelming.
They're yellowed with age. They're kind of bleached. These look like old bones.
Old bones. Best kind of bones.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that better or worse than fresh bones? I don't know.
I think better.
Better,
honestly.
yeah.
Are you an
Again, archaeologist? Yeah, I literally said this. Like,
those bones are old.
They belong in a museum.
New bones don't interest me. New bones is for forensics people, not archaeologists.
Yeah. All right.
These are my kind of bones.
Crucible, do you want to look at the table that's made of bone?
Yeah. A fascinating piece of work. Early Strahd century. No. I don't know how time works in Barovia.
So the bones and skulls are held together with kind of white paste and gray mortar. Honestly, it's a little clumsily done. This does not seem to be the work of a
disappointing
of a fine artisan. I think you could conclude that it is a relatively recent construction, at least less than a century.
That's very bad. I hate
How
that.
old are the bones in comparison to
the bones are very old.
Yeah, but somebody made this.
Do you have carbon dating?
A century is not, not 10 minutes.
So this was like arts and crafts. Like this is like a macaroni portrait.
Yeah. But instead of macaroni, it's bones.
Macaroni portrait of bones.
Macaroni portrait.
It's there somewhere.
Good work, team. Good work.
Yeah.
Do I know anything, looking at my archaeologist features, about the people who created this?
Well, they weren't artisans.
Roll some archaeology.
Roll some archaeology, they say. Let's just consider that, an intelligence roll? History? How about history?
Yeah, sure.
Man, I'm not rolling great today. That's only an 11.
Well, I will tell you, even with an 11, you feel confident that most, if not all, of the bones are human bones, aside from the prominent dragon skull. And based on the dark stains on the floor, you think that this work was done here.
Oh, goody.
The dark stains are from jam, from the sandwiches they ate while making them. No, they're from they're from blood.
Excellent. Okay, well, I will slowly pick my way up the side of the room then.
All right. Do you want to roll stealth?
That seems like a terrible idea for my disadvantage plus 0.
Lena's gonna sneak in behind him.
You know what? I can't not. I mean, I'm already walking normally, so I'm just gonna roll twice and take the worst of those, and that's a 7. So
Imra. Argal kind of whispers at you. I think the little man is trying to sneak away. The little man, Piddlewick, seems to have kind of been sauntering toward the edge of the crowd as if to head up the stairs.
I forget, is he wearing like a cloak or something?
He has baggy everything because he's a jester. So
okay, so I'm gonna
the hat might also be affixed to his head.
He's taken it off several times already.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at his at like the side of his baggy pants to like try to affix him to the like floor or whatever.
All right, roll that arrow, that non-lethal arrow shot.
Non-lethal arrow shot. All right. Wow, 15.
Yeah, he is affixed to the wall. He just kind of takes the opportunity to just kind of lean up against the wall, real casual, like this is where he was always going to be.
And I'm just gonna.
Nothing to see here.
I just want to know how Vasilka is reacting to that too, because she's one of us too.
Vasilka doesn't like that. She's kind of sneers at the at Piddlewick. The second
going somewhere, Piddlewick.
Piddlewick just kind of shrugs his shoulders.
Yeah, cool.
I want to see that. No.
Meanwhile, back in the Hall of Bones. Crucible, looks like you have crossed about halfway across the Hall of Bones.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
you're standing by the eastern doors. Yeah. So the eastern doors are steel-banded double doors. Yeah. And above them is a dragon skull. Pretty large, impressive dragon skull.
Okay. How is it affixed to the wall?
This is where my weakness as a dungeon master shows through in my lack of in-depth taxidermy knowledge. It says mounted. I think it's probably kind of affixed to a custom, but I mean, I think there's probably like a custom kind of hook. It's not, you don't weld a skull to a wall. So, I don't own a house either. I don't know how anything is done.
Are you sure, Tony?
It's usually on a plaque, and then the plaque is hung up.
Right. Spackle? Is there duct tape here? So
it could also just be hanging there.
Yeah,
it could be on a fancy
like
peg.
on nails or whatever.
Yeah. So it is in a place of kind of ceremony / honor / something over the doors.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody needs to remind me.
This is a trophy kind of style here.
Someone needs to remind me. What are we supposed to do with this thing?
We're supposed to bring it back to Argynvostholt.
Oh, well, fine. Easy enough.
well, weirdly, we're actually pretty well positioned to do that.
Yes. And we could take a nice long rest somewhere other than this castle.
Yeah.
Can we get
and we now know a bunch of other ways into the castle now because of all of the ladders and various like scaffoldings we've.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, are we doing that? We doing that now? Is that the plan?
I think we should.
Broldish and Elivor are.
I'm curious how many parties have attempted to actually do this quest. So I kind of want to see how it plays out.
Me too. Guys, don't tell any of the players, but I'm really interested to see how this plays out.
I mean, as I said before, I did just edit the episode where we went through Argynvostholt in the first place, and Broldish literally took a moment to stand there and say a prayer to Hela that she was devoting herself to finding this skull and putting it back. So
she's a paladin.
It's a really big deal.
So to answer Dan's question, which I put in the stack, and now we're working our way down to, it's a dragon skull, which is obviously the answer to the question. But how big a skull is it? I think pretty big. I think dragons have big heads. No, I mean proportional heads on their big bodies. So I don't think this is the kind of thing that you're.
I got this.
I had a plan too, but I want to see what Micah's is.
But anyway, I don't think
we have the same plan. I don't know.
I don't think you could fit it under your, you're not walking around with this under your arm. I imagine
me, Tony Sindelar.
Well, without the use of magic or
tremble before my druidic magic.
Okay.
Do you want to sleight of hand it off of the wall?
It weighs more than 10 pounds. Not
mage hand.
Mage hand.
Like rogue hand.
Rogue hand. Mage hand that drops. Oops. Priceless dragon skull.
That's gonna be a.
All right, Micah. What's your spell?
Enlarge or reduce.
I was gonna ask about if anybody had that. Mine was animate object.
No.
It doesn't have legs, Dan.
An animated object is basically it says its speed is 30 feet. If the object lacks legs or other appendages it can use for locomotion, it instead has a flying speed of 30 feet and can hover.
Now you're inventing pets that you're collecting.
However, animated object only lasts for 1 minute.
Oh,
How far we get
it's
with
not
it.
dignified.
Oh crap!
How long does enlarge reduce last?
I don't want to say.
Is it
It
also
may
a minute?
also
Is
be
it a minute?
60 seconds.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Dang
you can
it.
get out the door.
We also have a horse. We have a
Yeah, like-
horse.
Whoa. A pony.
A pony.
Yeah, it's fine. The pony's fine with putting it on his back. It's just that if there are any doorways that are so narrow, we might need to use enlarge reduce just to reduce
To
it
get
to
him
get
through,
it through
yeah.
a smaller
Is
door.
bone
Yeah.
stone?
No, Boney's not stone. That is why they have
Says two.
different words for it.
But they
Also,
rhyme.
sir, can I interest you in something called the Piltdown Man? That's a famous hoax.
So Lena with a 25 sleight of hand carefully removes the skull from there, probably with Crucible helping, since Lena's
sort
a
of
weak little
lever it
rogue.
off
Yeah.
the
I'm
wall
picturing
there.
you up on their shoulders, just like tap dancing, basically. Just
Yeah.
Here we go, moving this a
Yep.
little bit, moving that a little
It's
bit.
a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it's real respectful.
Oh,
Respect.
of course.
Crucible says a little prayer.
Mhm.
A little,
Therefore, it's automatically respectable. It doesn't matter what Lena's doing. Crucible's praying,
All
so
right.
we're covered.
Crucible and Lena. I imagine a dragon skull. It's not like you're moving a couch, but like
pivot.
yeah, okay. But like never even
Reference
seen that thing.
acknowledged.
But Dan has made so many references to it. It's like I have.
Oh my god, we're
Same,
actually doing a dragon heist.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's like moving like a rocking chair or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's certainly it is
This would make
ungainly.
A dragon skull would make a dope rocking chair.
No, it would not. It's really pointy in all the wrong places. Dan.
I saw Erica make a face. You're outvoted.
I think, Dan, you are literally in a room that is a testament to bones shouldn't be used to make stuff. And you're getting ideas.
He's
Are you
got
sure you're not
there.
evil? Yeah.
Bones shouldn't be used by hacks to make stuff.
Oh,
Like this could be a
that's
really
right.
nice table,
But
it's not.
Maybe Strahd bought all of this on Barovia and Etsy, and he had limited options. So,
Yes.
You've
But the
been in
skull is
Barovia for how long, and you're already like that bone table
Yeah.
doesn't do it for me. I want a
You are
better
not-
bone table.
You are not phased by a chandelier made from the arms of 100 men anymore.
Yeah,
You're like,
see,
no.
Lena's loosening up, and Broldish is discovering a taste for bone furniture. I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
bonature. Yes.
We're learning a lot about ourselves.
I hate
All right.
it.
Maybe too much.
All right.
This is a face of pain.
Lena and Crucible, I'm gonna require that you kind of be in proximity to each other as you maneuver around with the thing. I don't know if you want to. I will point out you could look through the doors to the north or to the east. He says dungeon masterly. I will also point out as a helpful thing that I say. Is it a hint? Is it a tip? Is it just words that are falling out of my mouth? You are also interested in other things on this level of Castle
we need
Ravenloft
the
that you
wine
have
cellar.
discussed as a group, but forgotten because we have not played in over a month.
I
All right, wait,
think-
so hold on. Quick question for the group. What is where is our destination with the skull? Are we trying to go, because we have the teleportation circle. Do we feel
Which
like
you
that was
don't
going to get us out? Or we
Also,
don't?
do you know how to get back to that?
Nope.
No.
but I
Nope.
think that we're. I think
You just
that
want
we're
to
just
walk
one
out of
floor.
here?
I think we can.
Yes.
Like, because we're one floor down.
He's not going to
from
look
the
out the
side.
window and see 6 people
I
smuggling
don't know.
off a
Is it
dragon skull.
daytime? Do we know what time it is?
Oh yeah. If it's daytime, we can just go.
So
Like-
you're one floor down. Oh, so you're just going to leave out the front door. You
Yes.
don't care about teleportation circles. The circles. Okay.
Right. Exactly. And we might have to fight some gargoyles or just run past them, but that's
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah.
Because we're going
Alright.
out.
Next question. Should we look for the wine cellar before we leave? I feel like maybe.
I think we have the dragon skull.
But like, what if the
Yeah.
wine cellar is right on the other side of this door?
We
What
need to
if?
come back to the scene of the crime.
That is.
I feel very good about
that is what thieves usually do.
I think we should focus on this task.
It's new for us. It feels strange.
Wants to multitask.
I know. I'm just worried that now we have a huge dragon skull like in our person, and that isn't going to make us more flexible in terms of how we approach new situations.
We could stash it somewhere.
It's
here
not
for a long time.
It's not easily concealable. You do know where it came from and where it fits, I guess.
Now, this one's been burning a hole in our quest log.
That's true.
All right. I guess we gotta get out of here then.
Let's skedaddle.
We also have the clockwork creature that we want to either dispose of or lose.
Can I make a check to determine what it would take to disable the clockwork mechanism?
Yeah. The clockwork mechanism being Piddlewick? Is that what you call him now?
Well, no,
you forgot his name now that he is consigned to death.
It's better to describe your patients from a cold distance.
The clockwork mechanism that animates Piddlewick.
His soul.
Separate things.
His soul.
Open
for
just
debate.
his beating heart.
Open for debate.
How do I disable his soul?
Give me something related to, I don't know, it could be straight intelligence unless you think you have something.
Can you give me a mechanics check, Dan?
Yeah, mechanics check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like he wants to just, make him unconscious.
All right, actually, hold on. I got it. Dan, you're a construct. Roll medicine.
Oh, perfect.
Fair enough.
I
got to roll better. I got an 8.
You're not sure how to do that. I mean, you could always knock him unconscious.
Maybe I'll save my inspiration.
We'll just leave him in the woods.
He doesn't look like he has a lot of hit points. So
yeah, can we? Does anyone have sleep or something that might incapacitate?
We'll just make him come in.
Sleep.
We'll just bring him with us, and if he's annoying,
he did try and leave, and you stopped him. So now you want him gone.
Well, we don't want him to go tattle.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't want him to give up our location. That's the key.
So now you just need him to follow you forever, like Aragol.
What is Aragol if not a clockwork construct?
I am not a clockwork construct.
He's a clockwork construct watcher. That's what we've determined.
Oh, this is good. We just make all the NPCs watch each other, and Tony.
So far, it's been perfect.
How you
got
doing,
put in that situation the other day, and I was like,
I think actually the best thing to do with Piddlewick would be to go back to the teleportation room, and I think one of them went to the church and just send Piddlewick to the church to where the angel is and make the angel babysit him.
I will just point out
the diva.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will just point out, I don't know if you actually have a known path back to the teleportation room.
No.
Because you used it to teleport to the upper level.
But Piddlewick would know how to get to the teleportation room.
Piddlewick, go to the teleportation room and sentence yourself.
He's not a genie. He doesn't have to do what you say.
Wait, hold on. Let's try it again. What? I wish you would go to the teleportation room.
How much do we have to pay you for you to
Once again, I must remind you that my non-player character is not a genie. Why does this keep happening?
Call yourself an Uber there, Piddlewick.
Okay. So he has until we get to Argynvost to demonstrate whether or not
value.
Not value.
No.
We already know he has value.
He's valuable.
Redeeming quality for living. Yes.
So there's this spectrum, right? And on one end it's Paddington Bear, and on the other end it's Chucky. Right, and we just gotta
for some reason I was prepared for it to be General Grievance, but continue. Yes,
yeah. I have some questions about this scale.
I hope it's.
Where would you say like Buzz and Woody would fall on this scale?
Or quadrants.
Oh, they're pretty close to the Paddington area.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless you've seen Toy Story 6 where they murdered that kid. Spoilers for Toy Story 6. So.
Pig.
I think that joke will play better in 2 years when this releases. I'm now future-proofing my references.
You'll be vindicated.
Yeah.
All right. So
I guess we spent a lot of time not doing anything.
Wow.
All right. You start maneuvering toward the stairs. Piddlewick looks to do whatever will get him not pinned to the wall by an arrow. Lena and Crucible, you are maneuvering a large dragon skull.
It's on Pony's back.
It's on Pony's back, but I think he probably needs kind of supervision to make sure the pony doesn't
stabilization.
fall over. And as if foretold by your interruptions of a room full of bones, as you head toward the doorway of the room, the Hall of Bones, with your dragon skull prize, the bones of the guards begin to stir.
Nope, too late. We're already gone.
No.
Right, well, I will point out it's not on Pony's back yet because I was going to let them carry it out of the room and then put it on Pony's back. So if they had not gotten out of the room yet, then I'm still on Pony and I'm still watching those beds. So I see.
All right, you see the skeletal remains of the guards of Castle Ravenloft.
Elevor, you could have flipped those beds and saved us.
Start to gather, lift up their ancient blades, and stare at you with menace in their hearts. Do I have art of skeletons as they appear in every Dungeons and Dragons adventure? Yes, I do.
Is Micah Sargent currently buying a book from Dan Moore, and so he can write a strongly worded letter to Tony Sindelar about how the one time he should have checked beds, he didn't check beds, and then it went wrong for him? Yes, he is. But you also find out for sure.
Me or a complaint about you?
It's a complaint that you never reward me for flipping beds, but you do punish me for not flipping them.
Well, I mean, the punishment for flipping these beds is the skeletons would have attacked you, Micah.
Oh, I guess it would have happened either way, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I guess I can buy Dan's book.
He doesn't have beds full of skeletons to not attack people.
Yeah, taking money out of my pocket, Tony.
That's where you keep it. Will our adventurers be inconvenienced by this small army of skeletons? Will they find their way back to the front doors of Ravenloft? Will they actually leave the castle to complete a side quest that no one thought they'd bother with? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill, Dog and Pony Show, Curse of Strahd, Dungeons and Dragons, a podcast. The end.
Of this episode.
Of this episode.
Or is it?
Question mark.
For anybody who's interested, I put a link to my friend Eric's blog in the Slack, so you can see his pictures from when he went to see the Bone Church. So
that is fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
To Birch.
I gotta look up if I've got
Micah. I noticed that you shared your lovely commissioned art for Elevor's new friends in the with us in our Slack. I might suggest that might be a delightful thing to share with people on the members Slack who want to see.
I did it.
Picture. You are one step ahead of me in delightfulness, as always.
I also just sent you tokens done up in the same style that I did the tokens currently. So you'll.
I've got work to do in Roll20.
Yay.
Yes, if you've wondered, where does your money that goes to the Incomparable go to? Briefly, it goes to Tony Sindelar, and then it is filtered away for commissioned artwork in a system that I see no problems with. So, Dan, I had a question for you about Sports Corner.
Yeah, everybody stop recording and then start recording.
Okay. Is that what we do?
Just gonna split it out, but is that we need to?
Well, I mean, you can for the bootleg if you want to do that, but it's way easier for me if I actually have separate files because I wanted to put Sports Corner out before.
I have stopped and started.
Okay. So
is that all right?
Let me export real quick.
All recording.
It has been so long since we've done a Sports Corner. I didn't remember how it worked. I wasn't sure how it was released.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was different each time. We've done it twice. And each time was different.
Oh, nice.
So, but the second time we did it nicely, and I want to do it nicely again.
Right. Okay. So. And over here, I have got for.
Did you make a theme song?
I don't have a theme song.
I don't think
we
have
do
a theme song.
Have a Sports Corner video background, which is now going up.
Sports.
And
in a corner.
Nobody puts sports in a corner.
Well, we do. Sorry.
That's probably fair. Okay.
Yeah. For the people watching the live stream and are like, what is going on? That's not them. They know what Sports Corner is and they're excited. Excited like Mateo Lances, who says Sports Corner in all caps. That's right, Mateo.
Yes.
In honor. Oh.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I will follow you up.
In honor of Members Month at the Incomparable, you probably listen to at least one other podcast, so you already know that this is Members Month of the Incomparable. It's actually the last day of Members Month, which is the month where we remind you that you can support Total Party Kill and other podcasts.
We got it under the wire, Tony.
Yeah, it's the 31st. It's spooky like Barovia.
Dan,
Nice,
I like the thing you've set up for the video with the little sports emoji.
Like sports,
very
sports
classy.
Emoji sports corner. Thank you.
So if for some way you did not already know, you can sign up to support this podcast. If that was the thing you felt like doing. I feel like the other people would not sound as skeptical about themselves as I do, but I know who I am. You can always sign up to support this podcast or other podcasts on the Incomparable Network for $5, $10, or $20 a month. And you could decide how that gets split between podcasts. But we are going to do a special Sports Corner thing, which is strangely one of our most beloved features that we have not done in over a year, which is where the people that play Dungeons and Dragons, some of whom know about sports. Dan has been to lots of Red Sox games. Jane, I think, knows sports, has gone to more official sporting events than I have. And Erica has a legit hockey podcast. Talk to other people.
The Oilers just scored.
The Oilers, which I now know through my friendship with Erica, is a hockey team in Canada. But also Micah and Aline and Tony are here. And what we do is I have a list of all sports teams from the NHL, NBA, MLB, and whatever fourth.
NFL.
There we go. That's the one. Did I make this list about a year and a half ago? Yes. Have sports teams been created and ceased to exist since then? I am told yes. Have I updated the list? No. What do? We evaluate pairs of sports teams and decide which one has a better concept for the name. Is that what we do?
No, it's
which one would win in a fight.
Which one would win?
Yeah.
Which one is better? Am I going to start recording now? Yes. I should have started recording before. So I have
Erica's like, yeah.
That's
fine. All right. I can cut it in. It's fine.
I wouldn't bother. So welcome back to Dog and Pony Sports Corner, Members Month of 2022 edition, because I don't know if we'll do another one of these in this year. I have my spreadsheet of all sports teams from the 4 major professional sports organizations, randomized, where we compare the concept behind sports teams to another. Allow me to recap all previous episodes of sports teams. We compared the Brooklyn Nets to the Dallas Stars and decided Stars are better than Nets. We compared the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Utah Jazz, and in a heavily contested ruling, decided that Steelers were better than Jazz. We compared the Toronto. Yep, I've noted it. I've noted it in the spreadsheet, Micah.
Good.
We have compared the Toronto Blue Jays to the Colorado Rockies. Nope. To the Toronto Blue Jays to the Houston Texans. And you know that the Blue Jays won. We have compared the Colorado Rockies to the Carolina Panthers. Rockies won. And Houston Astros to the Oakland Athletics. And the Astros have won. I believe that was multiple episodes. Let's see if we can do that was 4 rulings. I bet we can do 4 rulings today, right, people?
In honor of Sports Corner, I'm watching a hockey game right now. And also, I'm wearing my Florida Panthers jersey.
Jersey. Oh, I get it. Shirt, jersey.
Do you feel bad that we already knocked the Panthers out of the running?
You didn't.
Oh.
You knocked the Carolina Panthers out. That is a different team.
There's multiple Panthers on this list?
Maybe it'll be like the Panthers versus the Moms.
They're different kinds of cats. They're different kinds of Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are a black panther. The Florida Panthers, there's an actual cat called a Florida Panther, and it's golden.
I'm just going to point out that I, too, am wearing my sports jersey for the Washington Wizards.
Also, I would also like to point out something that's very important that you said earlier, Tony. This is the 4 major professional sports leagues. This is the 4 major men's professional sports leagues in North America. There are some amazing women's sports leagues, which are actually much more entertaining than the men's leagues.
And I'd like to point out, this is not a reflection on my feelings about men's versus women's sports. I think they're all bad.
Fair.
No, right. I mean, whatever. They're fine. And for example, this was a reflection of commercial presence, not validity in the world.
Exactly.
So, are you ready for your first matchup of this? Yes. Somebody will look up how long back our last Sports Corner was, and we'll make us feel old. Long time. All right. For your consideration. And I think basically the way we do this is you argue about stuff and I tie break if needed. Tennessee Titans, which I am led to believe by my own spreadsheet, is a football team, and Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh,
Titans versus
Eagles. Well, okay, all right. Was Prometheus a Titan?
I don't think he's a Titan.
I thought he fought the Titans.
Yeah.
No, he was a Titan. He was the rogue Titan.
Right, exactly.
So I guess there is precedent.
So precedent says Eagle beats Titan.
No, it does not.
But aren't they?
Because it wasn't an eagle, was it?
It's the vulture. I think it sometimes gets gussied up as an eagle.
Even you guys, it doesn't matter. Even if it's an eagle, all the rest of the Titans set that eagle onto Prometheus. Therefore, the Titans are actually in charge of this eagle. So
Titans defeat Titans.
Also, Dan. Prometheus is tied to a rock. It's not exactly a fair fight.
Yep.
Also, that eagle comes and eats his guts every day. He's fine. So
it's not great though.
He's not great.
Nobody said he enjoyed it. Like
this isn't the
Dan, it's called having a job. Look it up.
My vote's for Titans.
I have no investment in this. I'm just going to argue with whatever.
No. If it was Eagle versus Titan, then we would know.
I also feel that I have to represent my friend and frequent podcast co-host Lex Friedman, who is a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan, which has nothing to do with Eagles or Titans. But I feel that mainly I'll just pay for it later if I don't actually speak up in defense.
All right,
you've done your bit.
I'm lodging my protest for Eagles, but if the bill is Titans, then I find myself unable to.
As arbiter of this august thing, I think I need to get
this kangaroo court.
Yeah, I need a quick roll call vote.
Are there kangaroos here?
I haven't scrolled all the way down the list, people.
Keep scrolling.
Dan votes Eagle.
I voted Eagle.
Aline, how do you vote?
Definitely Titan.
All right. Erica?
Titan.
Why am I writing this down like this is real important?
Because it is.
Give us your own column.
Need the data.
This is the most important thing that we do.
You have your own columns. Jane?
Titan.
Micah?
Titan.
All right.
Titans.
Thankfully, I once again don't have to pick anything. A lightly contested Tennessee Titans proceeds to the next round, which suggests that someday we'll be done. Oh yeah, we'll be at this. We'll be at this for centuries,
decades.
All right, Dan. The record so notes that you stuck up in favor of your friend Lex Friedman. No one tried to play the Eagle symbol of America card. That was interesting.
No, there was a reason for that, Tony.
Well, yeah, there's as an Eagle Scout. Eagles are a bird, and we have already rolled in favor of Titans. But I'm just going to say they go on at length about how great Eagles are and how they are used as a symbol for a lot of things. They skip over some history in the 40s, kids. But anyway, continuing on.
I was dive bombed by an eagle. Here. I was dive bombed by an eagle once. I am not a fan.
I saw a lot of eagles on my vacation the other week. They were just hanging out on a beach. But apparently in the Pacific Northwest, they also get harassed.
Get a job, Eagle.
Yeah. And all of the Titans that I've met have been really chill. So
True.
Yeah, if there's one thing that we know about Titans from mythology is they're super laid back.
They're very chill.
Very chill. All right. The next one, I did not think this was going to come up so early in the organization, but I believe this is a team that already does not exist. Organization in my randomly generated list involves a team that I believe no longer exists.
It's the team absolutely still exists. They have simply changed their name and their mascot.
So I guess there's now a procedural question here. I have next up. Oh, Erica, are you the one other person looking at the spreadsheet? Of course you are. Yep. Never change Erica.
I didn't know I had access to it.
Yeah. Erica remembers it from when I sent it to her like a year ago because that's the kind of nerd she is. New York Giants, a team to my knowledge that still exists, versus Cleveland Indians. I think we now have a procedural question here of do New York Giants immediately proceed to the next round because Cleveland Indians don't exist anymore, or do I insert the new name?
You absolutely insert the new team because it is the same team. They keep all of the team history, and if they ever move to another city, even if they change their name again, they will keep all of that history.
That's a real Team of Theseus question there.
Yes, a complicated challenge here. You must rule on which is better, Giants or Guardians.
Oh.
That's tough.
This is really tough.
I mean,
I
I
need
feel
to
like
look
Giants,
up what their Guardians look
I'm
like.
a little bit
Guardians
bummed
in
that we
Cleveland
didn't
are
get
pretty
Giants
cool.
versus
Cool.
Titans.
Yeah, that would have been. That's a match for the ages.
Somebody
but maybe
talk me
next
into
round.
one of these because I'm
Okay,
somebody give me a
I
reason.
kind of want Giants just so we might get Giants versus Titans in the
Giants
future.
or Giants versus Giants because there's at least one other sports team named Giants.
Wait, their mascot is a purple furry creature with feathers?
Well, that's the mascot. We're looking for the actual
We don't evaluate the mascots. That's a whole separate thing because they have many teams have
they don't
mascots unrelated.
So they just all we have is the word Guardians.
If you
I will tell you
statue.
Yes.
I don't really want to go to supporting media for this.
Well, I mean, so I will say this I think
you don't want to.
The Guardians are a symbol of Cleveland, which are these cool, I don't know, they're kind of stylized Greek-looking statues on front of these Art Deco things. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I think you all have to look in your hearts and decide.
Two Guardians, and as far as we know, there are a million Giants.
True.
So
yeah,
I feel like
Giants are like, fantastical creatures. Guardian could just mean somebody standing outside of a bank.
I mean, I think you ultimately have to evaluate the word Guardian as you had to evaluate Jazz by itself.
You just ruined Guardian for me, Micah.
I will say
parent or guardian.
Parent or guardian.
Giants all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Team Giant.
I'll go with the Giants.
All right, Aline.
Unanimous.
Everyone's all right. Unanimous decision.
Yes,
New York
but thank
Giants.
you, Cleveland, for finally changing
for real.
Joining the 21st.
All right. Next up, that's 2, right? 2?
Yeah.
We're gonna do 4. We can do this.
Yep. Yeah, we can.
Next up, a symbiotic relationship: the Miami Marlins from Major League Baseball and the Los Angeles Lakers NBA. I don't know if Marlins live in lakes, but I bet they could if they tried.
Nope. In which case, maybe a lake would win because if you put a marlin in a lake, it's gonna
again, it's not a fight. You must simply judge what is a better concept, a marlin or a lake.
My favorite bit about the Lakers, obviously, is that if you think about that for a moment and think, well, lakes in LA, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But that's because they came from Minnesota, where there are lots of lakes.
I will also ask the question. They are not the Los Angeles Lakes. They are a laker. What is a laker, Dan?
What's another word for a laker? A Lockenfelder.
Oh.
Yeah, well, if they were the Lockenfelders, we'd be having a different conversation.
Right there,
Amen.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you.
I don't know.
Somebody had to say it.
I think Marlins beat Lake.
Thank you for making that brain check.
I think so too. I mean, have you ever touched the bottom of a lake? It's
don't
do
that.
Have you ever touched a marlin?
Of a marlin?
Yeah.
It's a swordfish.
I just don't think a swordfish is that interesting. I think the idea
it's got
of
a
laker
sword on its nose.
It's not really.
There's
sword.
only one lake that has a sword in it.
If Bruldish would only been into it if it had an axe on its nose. I see.
All right, people.
Wait, are we our characters playing this?
No,
That changes everything.
I'm just casting aspersions.
Well, in that case, Lena's like banging on the table, like swords. It's a fish with a sword. Are you kidding me? What other wonders?
Yeah, but it's not called a swordfish. It's a marlin. You know, you guys, I just realized why I cannot vote for marlin because I hate the old man in the sea with every fiber of my being. So
was his name Marlin?
No, he was catching marlin. Oh.
How do you feel about Marlon Wayans? I guess is the next question.
All right.
So you're in favor of Old Man in the Lake?
Yeah. I would much more.
That's just a really chill story. Not a lot of conflict there.
That's
like,
basically
I'm
my
retired.
He must have been a titan.
That's my dad this weekend. He went to Lake Michigan. So I'm
still voting Marlins. I'm still voting Marlins.
Roll call vote. Dan votes Marlin. Aline, Marlin or Lakers? Marlin.
I'm
Erica,
still going Lakers, but
Laker. Jane, Marlin, Micah.
I'm definitely Marlin.
All right, it is a contested, but clearly Marlins.
I understand.
Marlins are the majority. Have moved forward. Take that, Lakers, and the people who like them. All right. Next up, I foresee another challenging conversation where you must evaluate which is better as a concept: the Cleveland Browns.
Oh no!
Or the Sacramento Kings. That is an NFL team.
Kings.
Oh! Everyone's pro monarchy all of a sudden. Wow.
Color.
Wow.
If it had been the Cleveland Browns versus the Cincinnati Reds, we would be here a while.
Yes.
Yes.
It's true.
Was that just? Did we just settle it? Was it Kings
Yeah.
all the
yeah.
way?
It's
No, that was
easy.
easy. Kings.
Listen, as the one brown person on this panel, I feel I get to decide,
Yes.
and I choose the Kings.
Well played. All right. Guess what? I'm going to force our luck. We're going to do one more.
Wild card round.
Wild card. The Boston Bruins, a local hockey team, versus the Seattle Mariners, a local baseball team, because everywhere is local to something.
Well, I mean,
What
we're
On
talking
this
Bruins
podcast, yes.
We're
versus
talking fundamentally
Mariners.
Bears versus salesmen.
Sailors.
Salesmen? No. No, we are not. Fundamentally, we are not doing that.
Listen, Erica hates Old Man in the Sea, so she will not vote for the Mariners.
I don't think I can. I feel like if I yeah.
I am suddenly understanding why you live so far from the ocean. It is suddenly locking into place with me. It's just like, where could I go that is hundreds of miles from the open sea?
Yep.
The definition for a Bruin is a bear, especially in children's fables. So a mythical bear versus it's
just a bear.
fisher person.
It's just
salesmen. Salesmen.
Fair. It's the Bruins.
Yeah.
It's like it would be one thing if they were just the Bears, but they're like, that's not a weird enough word.
Yeah,
they want
fun.
Bruin.
Can we be?
I was ready to make fun of Bruin. I'll be honest with you.
Dan,
I want to root for the Boston Fancy Bear.
Top of the morning.
Wir sind Boston Fancy Bears.
Have you seen our honey?
German?
Yeah. Dan, why? Well, they're fancy, so they have top hats. Yes, and monocles. Dan,
of course.
Totally.
Keep up with this.
Solve that.
This is standard bear versus salesman.
That question answers
White
itself.
gloves.
Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Dan, why does a Boston team have a bear as their mascot?
They probably
There
had
are
like a
bears
bear.
Everywhere, Tony. Everywhere.
Yeah, look behind
I'm
you right
looking it
now. You're
up.
never more than 50
Bears
feet from a bear.
in Boston.
All right.
I think it's probably my guess is maybe they had like an actual bear mascot at some point. A lot
But
of these
the
things
city of
come
Boston
from-
is not known for their bears.
There are bears
Anymore.
in Boston. There's
Yeah, I
definitely
was
been
gonna say not
some
anymore.
spotted.
Black
for
bears.
sure.
Right.
Mass.gov, which is
Yeah.
a reputable source.
Oh,
I've heard of
Literally,
it vaguely.
Have you ever flown out of an airport where some of the tchotchkes were not
you
bears?
saw a bear?
Because literally every airport I have ever been to, in the gift shop, some of the little tchotchkes are bears.
The
because
Missouri
they're
And
just
that
bear.
is
all
to
over.
appeal
The
to
California
the bears who
bear.
are flying on the planes. But they're wearing,
yeah, I
like,
think that's
hats and
just.
trench
We will not
coats.
be doing any bear
That's-
pandering on this podcast.
Excuse me, Tony.
Bear panding, yes,
Panding,
yes, yes, Dan. I know how you work. 4 lines of code.
I'm consistent.
And with that, I bring a very special double extended edition of Dog and Pony Sports Corner to a close. Will we ever return to this? Is Tony's spreadsheet 123 items long?
It should
Will there
be
be a round
124.
2? I don't know why it's an odd number. For answers to questions such as these, tune into the next Dog and Pony Sports Corner, which may be next year. It's unclear how we do these things. But we hope you enjoy this and consider supporting the Incomparable Network or even changing your pledge up or down. I'm not going to tell you which one to do. Play Dungeons and Dragons until that second hour. It's clicking now. I'm remembering why. Yeah, everything it's all firing on all cylinders. All right, live stream, bootleg, however you are listening or watching to this. Thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed it and are just slightly more entertained in whatever you're doing. So
Are you not
care.
slightly
Not
entertained?
entertained.
Oh, Micah.
all right,
Boy.
let Dan hit the button.
All right. Button hit.